Not long ago, Times Square pulsed with energy, a symphony of languages and laughter, the heartbeat of travel. Every corner was alive with the footsteps of visitors from every continent, their excitement blending into a vibrant chorus that never seemed to end. The city's lights reflected in the eyes of dreamers, families, and explorers, all drawn by the promise of adventure and connection. Today, that symphony has faded. In the summer of 2025, silence fills our most beloved places. The familiar buzz of conversation and the hum of activity have been replaced by an eerie stillness, as if the world pressed pause on the stories that once unfolded here. Theme parks in Florida, once alive with joyful screams, now echo with emptiness. The laughter of children and the cheers of thrill-seekers have vanished, leaving only the creak of idle rides and the rustle of wind through empty queues. These places, designed for wonder, now stand as silent reminders of what we've lost. Alaska's hotels, once buzzing with adventurers, are quiet enough to hear a clock tick. The stories of explorers and the camaraderie of travelers have faded, replaced by the echo of empty hallways and the distant call of nature outside. The sense of anticipation that once filled these spaces has been replaced by uncertainty. This isn't just a slow season, it's a fundamental shift. The rhythm of tourism, which once sustained entire communities, has faltered. Streets that thrived on the footsteps of visitors now feel abandoned, and the local businesses that depended on them face an uncertain future. Hotel managers stare at empty booking calendars, small business owners in tourist towns see fewer visitors, and the friendly accents from abroad are missing. The ripple effect is felt everywhere, from the barista waiting for customers to the tour guide with no one to show around. Each empty seat and vacant room tells a story of lost opportunity. Tour buses are rare, and the vibrant tapestry of global visitors is unraveling. The streets that once echoed with the chatter of many languages now sit in silence, and the sense of global community that travel brings is slipping away. The quiet is more than a lack of noise. It's the sound of lost connections and deferred dreams. Each empty bench and vacant picnic spot is a reminder of the friendships not made, the memories not created, and the stories left untold. Travel is about people, shared smiles, and welcoming strangers. When that welcome fades, so does the magic. The warmth of a greeting, the joy of discovery together, these are the moments that make travel meaningful, and their absence is deeply felt. The emptiness in our tourist spots reflects a larger problem. The bridges we built to the world are being neglected. These bridges are not just physical but emotional and cultural, connecting us to people and places far beyond our own borders. The silence is a warning. America is slowly being crossed off the world's travel map. The absence of international visitors is a sign that our place in the global community is at risk, and the consequences reach far beyond tourism. We must listen to what this quiet is telling us. It's a call to reflect, to recognize what's slipping away, and to consider how we might restore the connections that once brought our playgrounds to life. The world's curiosity once filled our spaces. Now, it's slipping away. The absence of eager faces in our museums and galleries is a loss not just for our economy, but for our culture and our spirit. The question is, will we notice before it's too late? Will we recognize the warning signs and take action, or will we let the silence become permanent? The sound of silence is telling us to act. It's a reminder that our playgrounds, our communities, and our connections to the world are precious, and that it's up to us to bring back the music of travel before it fades away for good. This crisis isn't a natural disaster. There's no hurricane, no earthquake, no sudden act of nature to blame. Instead, it's a storm of our own making, a result of policies and decisions that have reshaped the way the world sees America. It's the result of deliberate choices, made in boardrooms and government offices, that have closed doors and hearts to millions. America has pulled in its welcome mat, replacing open arms with suspicion and complicated rules. Where once there was a sense of excitement and possibility, now there's hesitation and uncertainty. New policies in 2025 have made visiting the U.S. difficult and intimidating. The process is now filled with paperwork, interviews, and long waits, leaving many feeling unwelcome before they even arrive. International bookings are down, airlines and hotels are feeling the pain, and the ripple effect is hitting businesses nationwide. Restaurants, tour guides, and local shops that once thrived on tourism are struggling to survive. The economic impact is being felt in every corner of the country. Stories of families separated, students interrogated, and tourists turned away have traveled the globe, shaping a new perception of America. These stories are shared on social media, in news reports, and around dinner tables worldwide. Travelers want joy and relaxation, not anxiety at the border. Many are choosing other destinations, places where they feel welcomed and valued, leaving the US off their itineraries. The US was once an idea: freedom, opportunity, openness. The Statue of Liberty stood as a beacon for the world, promising hope and a fresh start. Now that image is tarnished. The promise has faded, replaced by barriers and skepticism. America First rhetoric is being heard as America alone. The message is clear and it's echoing far beyond our borders. The world has noticed the welcome mat is gone. Friends and allies are watching, and so are those who once dreamed of visiting. The question: how long until we put it back out? How long until we remember what made America a destination in the first place? Our reputation is on the line, and the world is waiting to see if we'll open our doors and our hearts once again. Behind the magic of tourism are hard numbers. Numbers that tell a story far more complex than just vacations and sightseeing. Tourism is woven into the fabric of the American economy, supporting millions of jobs and fueling local businesses from coast to coast. But right now, those numbers are alarming, sending shockwaves through communities that depend on visitors. The U.S. tourism industry, valued at over $2 trillion, is facing a staggering $200 billion risk, an economic gap that threatens to widen if trends don't reverse. International visitors are projected to spend $12 billion less this year, a 7% drop, putting us 20% below pre-pandemic levels. That's not just a statistic, it's a sign of a deeper struggle to recover. While other countries' tourism industries are bouncing back and even growing, the U.S. stands out as the only major economy seeing a decline in international travel and spending. International arrivals are down 10%, with Canadian visitors dropping by over 15%. That's fewer people filling hotels, shopping, and dining out. These numbers translate to empty hotel rooms, vacant restaurants, and quiet cash registers, real impacts on real businesses. If this trend continues, it could shave $71 billion off our GDP, putting even more pressure on an already uncertain economy. Tourism generates nearly $600 billion in tax revenue for essential services, funding everything from schools and roads to emergency responders. When tourism suffers, everyone feels it. Families skip vacations, small businesses close, and workers lose their jobs. The economic consequences ripple outward, touching every corner of the country and making the crisis impossible to ignore. This isn't just about lost vacations, it's about lost livelihoods, lost opportunities, and communities struggling to stay afloat. The hole is growing, and so is the urgency to act before the damage becomes irreversible. We can't afford to look away, because the future of countless Americans depends on what we do next. Why are travelers avoiding the U.S.? 2 words: policy and perception. New policies, stricter immigration, travel bans, harsh rhetoric, have created uncertainty and fear. Stories of tourists detained, devices searched, and people deported for minor issues are everywhere. The message: the U.S. is a risky, unwelcoming destination. The political climate adds to the unease, especially for marginalized groups. Travelers want stability, tolerance, and safety. They're choosing destinations that offer it. There are countless beautiful countries competing for every tourist dollar. When America projects an image of being closed off, travelers simply go elsewhere. The impact of Washington's policies is direct and damaging. The world is watching and deciding. The crisis isn't just numbers, it's people and places across America. In New York City, international visitors are down 17%, leaving cabs, theaters, and museums emptier. San Francisco's iconic sites see fewer guests, and Alaska's hotels face plummeting occupancy and revenue. Family-run businesses built over generations are at risk of closing. In Florida, bookings for German-owned vacation homes are down 25%. Hawaii's bed and breakfast report bookings cut in half. Border towns, once lively with Canadian visitors, are now eerily quiet. A coffee shop owner in Washington hardly sees her Canadian regulars anymore. This isn't just lost business, it's lost community. The pain is real and it's everywhere. The fabric of connection is fraying. These stories are a warning, the crisis is personal. Travel is a global competition, and as America stumbles, others surge ahead. Countries like Brazil are seeing tourism booms. Rio's international visitors up 52% this year. Many of these travelers had planned to visit the US but chose friendlier destinations instead. Europe, Southeast Asia and Mexico are all reporting strong growth. While we build walls, others build bridges. Tourism is soft power, sharing culture, building goodwill. Yet the US is slashing funding for Brand USA, our main marketing tool, from $100 million to $20 million. We're silencing our own voice while competitors invest in theirs. The world is open for business, just not here. Our absence is their opportunity. The cost of inaction is rising. This crisis is about more than lost dollars, it's about our reputation. For decades, America was a beacon of hope and openness. Now we're seen as closed, unpredictable, and intolerant. Rebuilding trust takes years, losing it takes months. Even if policies change, the damage lingers. Our image affects more than tourism. It impacts students, entrepreneurs, and cultural influence. Tourism builds people-to-people connections. Closing our doors closes minds. 18 to 20 million American jobs depend on tourism's reputation. When our image suffers, families and communities pay the price. The shadow of this crisis is long and deep. Our soft power is at stake. The challenge is daunting, but America's spirit is resilient. Recovery starts with acknowledging the problem and reversing harmful policies. We need a clear, consistent message of welcome from our leaders. Reform visa processes, train border officials to treat visitors with respect, and end exclusionary travel bans. The travel industry must unite, airlines, hotels, and tourism boards, sharing stories of America's warmth and diversity. Remind the world why they loved America in the first place. This moment calls for leadership and courage, not short-term politics. Rebuilding trust will take time and commitment from all of us. Every American can be an ambassador for openness. The journey back is long but necessary. Our economy, reputation, and identity depend on it. The time to act is now. Even now, there's hope. The 2026 FIFA World Cup and 2028 Olympics are chances to reset our narrative. These global events can showcase a welcoming, vibrant America, if we do the work to repair our image first. We can't rely on events alone. Real change starts with policy and attitude. The American people are our greatest strength, generous, welcoming, and kind. Empowering citizens to be ambassadors can overcome negative headlines. The true character of our nation is found in its people, not its politics. We face a choice: remain isolated or reopen our doors and hearts. Travel breaks barriers and fosters understanding. America has so much to offer and so much to gain. By embracing openness, we can revive tourism and reclaim our place as a global leader. The glimmer of hope is real. Let's make it shine.